up, everybody? So I just did like 10 videos as I always do and didn't post them, but this one I'm gonna post because I have a personal aggravation with this one that I don't really like it. Let me try to set you guys up so I can just go do what I'm doing while I'm talking to you. What we're gonna discuss today is the whole addiction is a disease. Suck a dick. So you think smoking a crack pipe is the same as someone catching cancer? You think that's the same? You think that's fair to say to someone else? It's not a disease. Not even close. How is a disease something you can go grab a fucking six-pack and start your disease? It's stupid. And guess what, guys? I don't want to hear the I don't know what it's like and it's anything. Because guess what? I got off of heroin. It was a heroin. I had needles in my neck, needles in my arm, needles fucking. I was a fucking wreck, robbing everything in sight. Fucking no one could trust me. I was fucking out of my mind, doing speedballs, coke, and fucking dope at the same time. So don't want to hear it. Don't give me that. Oh, you're not saying. No, you gotta man the fuck up. That's what people don't like. People that addiction is a weakness. You're a weak motherfucker because you're on drugs and you need drugs to survive. So what would a weak person do other than make a coward ass excuse? It's a disease. Like you go meet somebody, it's my horrible disease that I have, and they're like, oh my god, you're cancer, you have AIDS, crack. Fuck out of here, you fucking morons. Fucking idiots, dude. World's filled with a bunch of fucking waterheads, man. You're weak. You don't want to get off the drugs because it's too rough on you. It's too hard. So you want to do the next best thing and make an excuse like you've done for the whole time of your addiction. Is you've sat there and made excuse after excuse after excuse, and this is just another one of those things. It's just another excuse you make. Oh, it's an addiction. You don't get it. I'm gonna struggle for the rest of my life. No, you're gonna struggle because you're a weakling. You're a fucking weakling. Man the fuck up and don't struggle. And man up is to women too, or whatever you identify as. It's just a term. But man the fuck up. Be fed up with it and say enough is enough. And let's put it this way: you're a disease, right? If you were in a treatment facility and they were giving you like say your disease was, your addiction was Suboxone. Was heroin, right? You can go to a treatment center, get put on Suboxone. I don't suggest this, methadone even, for people who really need to still feel like they need to get high, because that's all methadone is a way to still get high, but legally. But Suboxone you can go and get put on. It's just people don't want that. They want to feel high. So it's not about disease. You can go today and get off your shit. This is what do you call it? Resource up there for everybody, for like free now. So there's free beds at places, all that shit. If you don't get clean, it's because you don't want to get clean. It's not a disease. It's because you're a pussy. You're weak and you're a pussy. I'm an addict, so I'm not talking out of school like I don't know what it. I know that I was on the hardest thing to get off of, heroin. It's hands down, heroin and alcohol are the hardest things to get off of, and benzos. Benzos and alcohol really the worst, because benzos you can die from, and alcohol you can die from coming off of. Alcohol is the worst. I think it's worse than heroin. I think seeing a full-fledged like alcoholic that gets the shakes and shit, that's way worse. I don't know why in my mind I feel that way. But I think it's all weakness. That's what the whole disease thing is. It's to do drugs is you're weak. It just is what it is. Not to do drugs, but to rely on them like you're an addict now, and it's saying it's because you're being weak. Because guess what? If you went to another, like say you were, let's put it this way, I bet you all the diseases would be cured if this happened, right? Say Russia took us over and they won, they got us, right? And they put us all in camps. Like internment camps, like how we did to the Japanese, how we did them dirty, or how we, all these other, how the Jews were put into camps, like, but not to that extreme. I'm not saying like they were letting us starve. I'm saying like just say they took us in, put us in prisoner of war camps, or whatever, and then you weren't able to get your heroin, or you weren't able to get your Suboxone, or you weren't able, your disease would cure up real quick. Guaranteed your disease would just go away, because you'd have to live without it. You'd have to. You have no choice. So how's that a disease? That's fucking stupid, dude. It's dumb. And I think, you're not doing any justice to the people who are addicts by keeping that stupid thing going, because it's just a cop-out. See, I struggle with this back and forth because sometimes I do feel like it is. Can you fucking stay? I gotta gravel around so I can't keep it while I'm doing it. But it's a cop out. I feel like you're giving the people who are using drugs more of a reason to like. So like that person that's at their mom's house still, and their mom can't understand why they're not getting off the drugs, and you know they're 27 years old and they're still living with their parents, and their mother loves them to death, so they'll do whatever for them. But they don't know what's wrong. Then all of a sudden the mother goes to like Al-Anon or something to learn about the drugs and stuff, and then you got a bunch of addicts telling people who have loved ones who are struggling, oh, it's a disease. You just have to. They have to be ready, but motherfucker, you're giving more cop-outs and more cop-outs and more cop-outs. It's bullshit. I hate the whole shit. I hate it all. You gotta beat the fuck up. Wait, please, someone answer me that one. Answer me. How is it a disease to where, like, let's say you get that Russian scenario, or fill in the blank with any country. They took us over tomorrow, put us all in camps. No access to drugs at all, no access to any of this shit. You know what people would be going more crazy over? Coffee. Coffee would make people go more nuts. You'd see all these judges, lawyers, fucking doctors, everybody starting to go crazy because they don't have their coffee. I've been to prison, trust me, I know. Coffee will cause fucking people to get stabbed. So I know prison's a microcosm of society, you know, the dregs of society. So I know that if it really came out to it, people would flip out over coffee just as bad as drugs. But how would that cures the disease? It's stupid, dude. Man the fuck up and get off your drugs. Enough with the fucking pussy excuses. You did that. Whoever came up with that, oh, it's a disease, it did such a disservice or screwed over people who haven't had a drug problem, because now that's just something to cop out on. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm an addict. I did heroin for years, and I got sick of it. My son, I had a kid. I looked at him and I thought to myself, like, this kid did not ask to be put in this fucking earth and then have a dad that's a fucking piece of absolute shit. A dad that he can't have at his games, or you know, because his dad's always fucked up on a drug, or his dad who isn't there for him, like, to see him at his recital because he had to go get high. Like, I'm like, no, I can't do that to this kid. I love this kid more than fucking I love my life, more than I love anything. I'm not gonna do that to him. And I fucking used him as my willpower to get the fuck off of the shit. That's another whole thing is, oh, you can't do it for somebody. Yes, the fuck you can. You could do it for somebody. I did it for my kid because I love him. You can most certainly do it for somebody. You just have to fucking be fed up. You have to be fed up and be sick of being a loser and being a fucking pussy. And with that, guys, have a good day.